Hello, my name is Catherine Martinez, and I'll be presenting my special topic project, Nurturing Empathy Through Children's Literature. I apologize ahead of time for the way that I had to record this video. I apologize. The sound quality on my desktop computer at home is a lot different than the one that I have at my work computer, so I didn't want to have anyone have to endure that or have to try to understand or decipher what I was trying to say with the poor quality of audio. So I just went ahead and did it like this and uploaded it to YouTube so that it would be an easier format for everybody. First off, what is empathy? In researching this topic a little deeper, I realized that it's such a special quality and skill for a child to possess. Not only for a child, but in general for, us as human beings. It's even special in children because it's those precious moments that you witness as an educator or as an adult in a child's life when they demonstrate empathy to another person, another human being, when they put themselves in another person's shoe, when they have the ability to understand what another human being is feeling in that very moment. And being able to capture that and put it into a lesson or put it into a teachable moment, it's difficult. But what I found through in teaching my kids in pre-K is literature plays a very big role, and it's actually an amazing resource to teaching these really difficult concepts when it comes to social and emotional development. So empathy is being able to understand or having that ability to understand what another person is going through. So some benefits, I really liked this photo because it portrays a lot of different types of children. And it just makes for such a really cool picture of togetherness and coming together and just children being children, Yes, they're children. They're going to make mistakes, but part of their development, or we play a big part of their development. We play a big role. And I really liked this picture because it encapsulated, at least for me, what it means to work together alongside them to really teach those important skills, benefits for being able to teach or develop that empathy in children. It promotes a wonderful life skill to possess, for starters. Long term, you build strong relationships with others. Children are able to work together, collaborate with other people, work in groups, work as a team, work as a pair, have empathetic relationships with others as well. So here we get to the nitty gritty of it. Oh, and I picked two books. So I found a couple of them, but I picked these two because I thought they were so great. The Grouchy Ladybug by Eric Carle, which absolutely classic. And Where Are You by Jonathan Sunday. So both I have used in my classroom specifically. Where Are You? Now, Where Are You is also a video that you can find on YouTube. I did put the video in the slide, the next slide, because I'm using this type of way to record my presentation. It does make it a little difficult for you to view it. However, I will put it as a PDF, and maybe that might be a way that you can find the video. But it's located at YouTube. Like you can find it on the web, and it's pretty easy. It's a great resource to use when you want to teach empathy to children or have like a teachable moment. Something that I found is that you don't have to have a lesson plan. It doesn't have to be included in your lesson plan to teach something like that. Any situation can spark it. And that's what's great about being able to teach empathy. It's not a standard. It's not a benchmark that you have to reach, a milestone that the children have to, check off their checklist. It's something that is important, a part of their development, but can be incorporated in any part or during any part of your routine, your schedule. And reading time is a wonderful time to be able to do that. Literature provides a wonderful source for visual examples, open-ended discussions in class. So there's a lot of room for a lot of opportunities, and it opens the door for all of that. So it's always really great resource. So the grouchy ladybug, she encounters a friendly ladybug in her story. And the narrative is pretty cool because you would think that as the grouchy ladybug approaches the friendly ladybug, you would think the friendly ladybug would be afraid, would be apprehensive to approach her as well. No, not at all. She was so excited and willing to share her aphids, which is what they eat. The grouchy ladybug, on the other hand, was not about to share her meal. However, in doing so, she spent the majority of her day. Now, I won't spoil the story, so that if you want to read it for yourselves and share with your students, by all means do so. But in being upset all day, she found herself back at the same spot again with the friendly ladybug, and being face to face with the same person she had mistreated early on in the storyline. Long story short, they share a meal, and the friendly ladybug shows her compassion and is understanding of what she's endured throughout the rest of the storyline. So you'll definitely have to read it to find out. Where Are You is similar in topic. Once again, empathy. It's two friends, Iz and Norb, and they are the bestest buds, having the bestest adventures ever. But Iz faces a little bit of a trip up. He kind of has a little tumble on during one of his adventures, and is afraid to try again, is afraid to have another adventure. Get back up and try again, right? Norb takes the opportunity that instead of dismissing his friend's feelings and instead of just ignoring him, he approaches the situation, approaches his friend and says, hey, it's all good. If you fell down, if you don't want to try again, that's okay. If the here you are is not where you want to be, fix it. Find a way to fix it. And before you can even let Iz finish, Norb, before Norb can finish his speech, which is quite inspirational if you read the book or if you watch the YouTube video of it, he goes ahead and starts off yet another adventure, and he's like, sorry, I didn't mean to not let you finish. I just went ahead, get up and did something about it, which is a great topic to segue when you're reading this story. You can stop right there and enjoy that moment and let the children using, some challenging, you can use depth of knowledge questioning where you encourage the children to really ask themselves, why do you think he did that for him? Or what do you think was what really motivated, Iz to get up and try again? What was it that Norb said that made the difference for him? How do you think it felt for Iz for his friend to be there for him? How would you feel if you had somebody there for you? It opens up a great line of questioning, and it's a great way to have an open-ended discussion about a topic that, quite honestly, in our society is lacking. Not a lot of us have, it's hard to find people that show empathy for one another. And in the world that we're living in today, we definitely want to play that important role in a child's life for their social and emotional development. No matter what age they're at or stage in their life, children already come into your classroom and into your life with baggage. And you have no clue what their family dynamic is. You have no clue what they're coming in with. And being able to support them and their emotions and their development through literature. And now this is just two examples, but there is a variety and a plethora of books that you can use to enhance their capacity for understanding those big emotions that they encounter every day. Now, this is the video. It is great. Like I said, a great read. Um, you can read the book and then even watch it with your kids. I always like to watch the videos. Now, I'm visually impaired, so a lot of things I have to adjust and modify in my classroom for my vision. So I use this app called Vooks. And in no ways am I endorsing the app or anything like that. It's just a great teacher tool that I use that allows me to modify the way that I do reading time in my classroom. And you can even, on Vooks, V as in Veronica, OOKS.com, you can search for specific topics, and it gives you such great amount of books for you to choose from. And for different types of age groups as well. Because teaching empathy is in general, can be challenging. But if you pick the right book, I have found that it can really open up those open up your kids' minds and their hearts to really capturing what the topic really means. Something I read in one of the articles while doing research was having an empathy-rich classroom. And a couple of the things that they suggested were, besides these 6 strategies, were also incorporating books in small library nooks, calm corners, or cozy areas. Now, besides having sensory areas and soft pillows or soft things for children to lay on, you also wanted to have really rich amount of books that talk about empathy, that talk about diversity, culture, and those human emotions that are really difficult. Books about feelings, books about sharing, books about even books about tattling, which can also be a challenge in a classroom of younger age group children, if anybody knows what I mean. Different books about talking to strangers, caring for others, safety. Having an empathy-rich classroom means also having, from the article I read, means having all of these different types of books that really expose the children to understanding even more, understanding more concepts. Included are some of my articles that I use as a reference for my, all in all, that was my project, my special topic, nurturing empathy through children's literature. I hope that my presentation was able to help you understand different types of ways that you can incorporate literature in your classroom. I use 2 specific books, but you can use a variety of books, and you can use the Vooks app and or website to search more books that teach about empathy or different other life skills or topics that teach or help children develop their social emotional domain. Thank you.